Hello, my beautiful people, my friends and schnarfs, and everybody else who might be watching this video. This is the third part and the final part of my 50,000 subscriber special, and I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope you guys can have some more fun with this video. It's going to be a pretty darn long one, almost another hour, believe it or not. What? Yeah, man. Alright, so this is my subscriber special, where I actually went into the chat room that I normally chat in, and just, posted the link to whoever wanted to play the game with me, and then they joined, and then it was awesome, so we got to play together. Keep in mind that these are some pretty darn good people. Some of them are King of the Hill players, some of them are just regular players that are pretty good, and some of them are just kind of random people who wanted to play me. Whoever got in first was the people that I played. Oh my goodness. One thing that I wanted to ask you guys, kind of as a favor, I realize that I have 50,000 subscribers, but you know what? I would really love to have more. And I hope that's not like a selfish thing to say. There's only a couple ways to grow. People finding me on YouTube, or people sharing my videos, or just showing people the Bloons Tower Defense game. So you know what? I'm asking you guys for a little bit of a favor. If you guys like my videos enough where you think other people or your friends might actually like watching them, share it to them, or just post it on Facebook or Twitter or somewhere, It would really help me out. It would help me get a little bit bigger and hopefully make me able to make more videos or make better videos. That's pretty much all I'm going to say. I just wanted to say that, and if you guys want to help me out, awesome. If you don't want to, cool, no problem. We can all be friends together still, right? Yeah! Alright, so we actually both went with the cannon strategy. We both got 3-0 cannons, which I think is a very common strategy on this map. 3-0 cannons just makes sense. It's a circular level. You put the 3-0 cannon because he explodes cluster bombs in a gigantic circle. It just makes sense. Alright, yeah, we got this down pat. So, I think, honestly, I feel like the cluster bombs are a little bit too good. Maybe they should be a little bit less expensive, but just hit less things. Maybe that's the best way to do it, because otherwise cluster bombs are just too good. Or just make some other towers that are also kind of like exploding towers, or hit kind of like big splotchy little areas or something like that, so people can actually do okay. So, you can have some other towers that you use besides cannons, but that is just my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter very much at all, because I'm just a silly little goose most of the time, and I don't exactly know what I'm talking about every single time. Anyways, we're both, again, exact same strategy, believe it or not. We both got our ninja and our cannon in the exact same spot, and neither of us were copying each other. Guaranteed. So the reason why we get the ninja here is because we want to get the black balloon popping power, and as soon as you get the black balloons popped, obviously the cannon does an extremely good job. I also accidentally got a distraction ninja instead of just a 0-1 ninja or a 1-1 ninja, and I was trying to upgrade them really quick before the balloon started getting by, and I just accidentally double-clicked it, and boom shakalaka, that's what it is. You get what you get, and it's not really that bad of a thing. I guess having a little bit higher upgraded ninja, it just wastes a few $100s, but it's not the end of the world by any means. I've wasted thousands of dollars before in a BTD Battles game, and still ended up coming through with a win. And it doesn't happen that often, but it does happen every once in a while. So you guys are going to get, I believe, 4 really solid games. This was just the first 4 subscriber battles that I didn't, or no, I think out of like 6 subscriber battles that I played, I showed you guys these 4 because they were my favorite. And I didn't just pick the wins either. I did not just pick the wins. I picked my favorite ones because I want you guys to see, not just every way that I win versus people, but I wanted to show you guys, a little bit of everything. If you guys want to watch me lose, boom, maybe you'll see something today. Oh yeah. So also, we are going to play King of the Hill rules, which if you guys don't know what King of the Hill rules are, or even if you don't know what King of the Hill is basically the standard for BTD Battles tournament, basically. If you are playing in King of the Hill, you're playing versus some of the best players in BTD Battles. Why do I not join King of the Hill, by the way? Because I'm busy. That's basically the best way to put it. You have to, battle a certain amount of people every single week, or, something along those lines, or you have to, battle whenever you're the king, and I just don't really have time for it. I spend most of my time making videos and stuff. I suppose I could possibly join King of the Hill, but it seems like whenever I try to play King of the Hill, I never get, like, an easy way to join King of the Hill. What I'd really like to do is if there's, like, 50 players in King of the Hill, which I think there's about that many, I'd like to play some of the lower rank people, like maybe 25 or below, so I can get, used to King of the Hill and all the rules and all that stuff, and you're also getting used to some of the people who play King of the Hill with those rules all the time. They're used to it, they understand it, they've played all the maps, they've seen all the best players play. I don't watch other people play, so I just go with my own strategies and my own thing. And does that mean I'm a bad player? No, but does it mean I'm the best player? No, probably not. I'm not. I'm absolutely not the best player. Am I even a good player? I think so. I think I'm a pretty decent player. For the people who tell me that I'm a terrible player or I just completely suck, I think, you know what, you're wrong and you probably haven't played me before. But that's just my opinion. I've beaten a lot of good King of the Hill players as well, and like I said, it's not that I'm the best. It's not that I'm the best player ever, or I'm better than everybody. But I do think I hold my own in most BTD battles tournaments and stuff like that. Anyways, so usually I just don't have time. So I don't know. I'll look into it. I'll look into trying to join King of the Hill. It's just like I said, guys. It's just a little rough for me right now. Maybe once I get a little bit less busy with work and stuff, I can actually start doing that. Because you know what, you got to make money somehow. And right now, the only way I can make money is working at a garden shop. Believe it or not. Also, oh, okay, I already forgot. I got distracted. What are King of the Hill rules? All right, King of the Hill rules, pretty standard. Basically, level 38. There is also some other rules as well that aren't really that important. Sometimes they change them up with each season. You know, they make sure everything's pretty reasonable. If there's a really overpowered tower or something, they sometimes change it, or something along those lines. Also, that's something that I do kind of for my tournaments, is I tend to, you know, try and incorporate different rules in there to make people play a little bit differently. For example, if we don't like Blade Maelstroms because they're really, really overpowered, we try and limit the amount of Blade Maelstroms, or to say only one Blade Maelstrom per thing. So if you want to stop one rush, go right ahead. That's fine. That's cool. Okay, got distracted again. King of the Hill rules. Rule number 1 is lives matter. So what's my normal rule number 1? Lives don't matter. So, you know, changing from lives don't matter to lives matter in a King of the Hill game, it's hard for me. It's absolutely hard. I almost always play lives don't matter because, you know what, I don't think lives matter that much. Once you get to the late game, it's like you're either going to get 100 lives gone or 150 lives gone, or you're not going to lose any. Usually, almost all the time. It's rare, very rare, where you lose, like, you know, 100, like less than 100 lives in a late game battle. It just doesn't happen very often. If you do, it's just kind of crazy that it happens. So lives matter. That is the first thing. Rule number 2 is that on level 38, the person with the most lives wins. So I believe, according to what I've seen and people talk about every single day, is that level 38, as soon as it starts, boom, King of the Hill rules are initiated and you are done. So whoever has more lives at round 38, as soon as it starts, they are the winner. So that's just the standard rules. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not too much else involved into that. You know, be cool, be fair. You know, you got to play a cover once in a while. That's basically it. But that's like the main standard rules for King of the Hill. At least that's the way I play it. I don't really look at the rules. I haven't looked at the rules in several months. I just hope they didn't change, and I'm just telling you guys wrong stuff. And of course, I'll be corrected in the comments if I don't do that. But it's cool. It's cool, guys. Alright, so we're pretty darn far in here. We're around 22. So this is the point where you can start getting some big rushes coming out of people. You know, you can get a Oh My God rush at somebody if you really want to. You can get big BFB rushes. Hey, you know, we got the chance to do that. The only real thing is that we don't want to be caught with our pants down. If we go for a big rush and it fails, we lose. That's the point in the game where we're at. So usually when you do that, that's the only real thing that I don't like about BTD battles, is that you go for a big rush, you lose. So it's like, it's less, how you say, intense in the late game, maybe, because it's like one rush or nothing. When it would be kind of nice if it could be like, okay, rush this time, you know, wait a few seconds, rush again. Like the minus income thing, maybe should be mitigated a little bit, or just minimized. You know, make it, you know, instead of losing 900 for his Oh My God, maybe lose 200 for his Oh My God. So you can still come back and maybe do something with that, with the extra money that you have. I think the reason they want you to do that is so you don't rush all the time, but that's like the reason why it costs money in the first place. I don't know, guys. Maybe make it way more intense if we could do that. I think it would be pretty darn interesting. Or make a game mode like that. Wouldn't that be freaking sweet, guys? If you had a game mode where income was maybe not higher, but it wasn't taken down by rushes. I think it would be cool to incorporate that into the game, but I guess it doesn't matter that much. So as far as defenses go, we kind of have the same defense going for us. 3 more maulers, which again, mine are in a very, very similar spot to his. His are a little bit closer to the log, where mine actually go the loop-de-loop after the log, if that makes any sense. They're actually like on the outer loop. But we both have a 4-2 cannon. We both have some ninjas over there. I also have a flash bomb ninja. The reason why I got that, though, was because I wanted to make sure that if he did rush me, I got a 2-4 ninja up right, well, I have a 2-4 ninja, but I got that ability up as fast as possible, so all those balloons would be moving at half speed, and I'd have a lot more popping power. Every single one of my towers would basically have double popping power versus those balloons. That's pretty much how it works, because, you know, they move slower. You get double the popping power because they move slower. It's awesome. It's a really good ability. It's a really good thing that you should always include in your late game strategies if you do have ninjas, unless, of course, you're playing like a nubcake. Playing like a nubcake, you don't get 2-4 ninjas. And as you guys can tell, in one of my recent videos, I saw somebody use a 2-4 ninja on a level 13 Rico Rainbow Rush, which was really freaking interesting, because if I did a full-out Rico Rainbow Rush against this guy, he probably would have defended it with that thing, but because I actually did a kind of like a filtered rush, I went with a semi-rush, and then I went with a full-out rush right after that, he wasn't able to get another 2-4 ninja up, and his ability was not a waste, but I was able to basically destroy him because his 2-4 ability wore out. And that's also an interesting thing as well, is just going with those different clustered rushes. Some clustered rushes, some in-between rushes, a lot of unexpected rushes. A lot of people don't expect rushes on level like 12, you know, with just some simple camo balloons, which is how I made him lose his lives. He had a mortar up, absolutely, he did have a mortar, but I just centered a couple random camo pinks, because I thought, you know what, if I can get one camo pink through his defense, I'm going to win this game. That was my thought. If I get one camo pink, all I gotta do is last till 38, and I win this game. So that's basically the plan here, guys. Because I have the advantage, and we're playing King of the Hill rules, all I gotta do is get enough defense up. But the main problem is that I was always afraid that he was going to rush me on one of those earlier levels, and that meant my economy was way lower than his, which I didn't think that was happening at all. I thought I had a really solid economy. Well, I didn't think I had a really solid economy. I had a really solid economy compared to him, and that was the thing. I thought we had like a very similar economy. In fact, I thought it might have been even a little bit higher. But now I realize, oh, he's got a way higher one than me. It's not really the best thing in the world for me. So this is gonna get pretty darn intense here, guys. Pretty darn intense. So he's like telling me, he's like, I didn't believe him. I didn't believe when he said he had a 4,000 economy. I'm like, no, you're lying. And he's like, no, I'm serious, man. Which I believe this guy. He's a very nice guy. I don't even really remember his name. His name's Sander Von something, I think. I don't remember it. He's a very nice guy though. He's always been very helpful in my videos and stuff. And just regular comments. He's always commented on my videos. So I really appreciate his everything he has to say. There's a lot of people that I really appreciate, as you guys have been telling, as I've been telling you guys for quite a while. And here we are, beyond level 30, we have full health Moabs, and every single level is going to get tougher and tougher for those Moabs and Oh My Gods and BFBs and everything else that might ever come out. And he does have a 0-4 mortar, which means that he could use the mortar stall ability as well on me. And I'm really not too worried about that. I think that the best thing for me to do is not to rush this guy, but again, just get a good defense. The real problem is because my eco is just, it's kind of low. I mean, even at 4,100 right now, it's already around 32, and I need to start getting a really nice defense up. And the only thing about this level is, it's not even about how amazing your defense is, it's how much can you fit on the map. Not that much really fits. It's like you got a couple Moabs here, you got a couple cannons there, a couple ninjas, and then you can barely even fit your 2-4 mortars. It's just silly. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I guess I'll just try and fit as many as I possibly can, and hopefully get enough stuff in here. Because again, all I have to do is survive. Magical survive. Please just let me survive. I didn't even know I can get that high. That was kind of ridiculous, wasn't it? I should be an opera singer. What do you guys think? I totally think I could. I could totally opera sing this up to the wazoo. And here it is. It's getting pretty darn close here, guys. Pretty darn close indeed. Round 35 is the level to rush people. Sometimes you start on level 34 if you have a very long level. Most of the time you start on level 35. Sometimes you finish it off on level 36 because level 35 is like kind of like an intermediate level, because the best thing to do is actually, you know, get stronger as Oh My Gods if you rush them on level 36 compared to level 35. So maybe that's the best thing to do. But I'm not actually sure if, well, like, think about it like this. Let's say I press the Oh My God button on level 35, but it doesn't actually come out to level 36. Is it the level 35 strength, or is it the level 36 strength? I really don't know. I think, honestly, it would be like level 36, if it comes out on 35, it's that strength. If it comes out on level 36, it's that strength. That's the way I would think. It's irrelevant of what you send out. Anyways, here it is. Here's the intense things, my friends. We've got 1, 2, 3 Zomagods at least already, and I believe he said he's going to go up to 10 Zomagods. So let's see what we can do here, friends. Let's see what we can do. Honestly, one of the best things I could possibly do would be to spam quite a bit of assassins, but the problem is I just don't have enough money. No money for me. So money is a scarcity. Money is not fun to have to deal with. What I could also do is get a bunch of 2-4 mortars, which is basically the plan. Usually you don't like using 2-4 mortars right when the Zomagods come out. You usually like using them a little bit later. You know, usually when you got BFBs and Moabs and stuff, because they get installed a lot longer when you have the BFBs and the Moabs. But the Zomagods don't get stunned very long at all. In fact, they get stunned for like a quarter of a second or something almost silly. But if you can, what you do is you try and get 2 of these mortar abilities, buy one, use the ability, sell the other one, use that ability, buy the other one, use it, sell it, blah blah blah. You guys get what I'm saying here? I don't know, maybe that was a little bit too confusing. Just kind of try and switch off with it. That's all you really got to do. So you notice these Moabs are getting very, very far. It's actually kind of upsetting that they're getting this far. I should probably stick with some more ninjas, maybe just some more 2-4 ninjas. Those tend to shoot the balloons back just a little bit easier and faster. And these are also not regrow Zomagods, they're just regular Zomagods, which is going to help me out tremendously. It's kind of weird that he's doing this with the regular Zomagods. It's not totally weird. It just tends to be more of a King of the Hill thing, where people tend to send out regular strength Zomagods just because they're so much cheaper. The regrow Zomagods are like $6,000, about $5,000 more expensive, and that means that you can get less of them. You can get a lot less of them. You can almost get 1.5 times the amount of Zomagods if you have just regular Zomagods, and that's usually worth it, because the balloons usually aren't that big of a problem. It's usually the Zomagod layer, or the BFB layers, or the Moab layers inside. Anyways, level 37, just plain ridiculous. Could we possibly take these guys down? We do have 10,000 cash built up, but when I keep buying and selling these things, it is going by extremely fast, and you can tell the balloons are very fast as well. Oh my goodness gracious, very, very intense. He does not even have that great of defense. In fact, you know what, sending out some sort of big Zomagod or something against him might actually be somewhat helpful. Even just a couple BFBs might even be enough. Who knows? Who knows these days? Oh my goodness gracious, Bloon's getting pretty darn far over here. But I got the mortar ability. Let's just keep on spamming this mortar ability, and we should be okay. Also, I should have probably bought one more 2-4 ninja, but sadly enough, it's not really going my way today with the ninjas. But balloons are getting taken out. No, 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 no. What? Are you kidding me? It didn't even look like balloons got through. No, no, I hate my life right now. This is terrible. This is terrible. I can't believe those actually got through. I'm down in lives. Remember I was telling you guys a little bit earlier how it's not impossible to lose lives on round 38, but it's very unlikely that you lose rounds on like a late level you lose lives on a late round like this, yet you don't lose the game. And that just happened to me. One of the rarest things that I've seen in BTD battles has just happened. And there it is. You know what? I lost this game. I lost this game, came to the rules, lost the game. Boom, done. And it's a very, very tight game, very close game, and a very interesting game indeed. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm actually just trying to survive. I just want to see if I can survive this, and then I'm going to resign after I finish this off. It looks like he's probably going to be able to defend these things. He's got so many 4-2 cannons. He's also going for ground zero right now. And there it is. He ground zeroed that thing. He had to sell all of his Moab Maulers, though, just to defend that. And I don't know how much money he has right now. He probably has a very low amount of money. He's probably wondering why I'm not resigning. It's just because I want to see if I can beat this rush. Again, I didn't really beat the rush completely. I just beat it enough. And then we are going to Blade Maelstrom these guys just a little bit, and we should be able to clean the rest of these guys up. Just spam the 2-4 mortars just a little bit more, stalling all the balloons, and we did indeed take down the rush, but we still did lose the game. Oh man, very, very close game, very, very intense, and he even goes for a Spectre. That's kind of a ridiculous move right there to go for a Spectre on level 39. And I GG'd him, and I'm going to resign right here or surrender. Good game, my friend. Good game. So today, now, a new video, a new one. We've got Hybrid Shark, which, oh yeah, by the way, guys, the win-loss thing was really, really messed up. And in all my private battles, everybody had a 0-0 win-loss thingamabob, so it made me a little bit sad, but we can still have some fun with it anyways. I really don't even know how good these guys are. I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. But Hybrid Shark's actually going for boats today, and actually a good level for him because he's Hybrid Shark. You know, it's like a land shark kind of, you know, like hybrid. Like yeah, boom, indoor pools. It's a perfect level for him. He's got water, you got land, boom shakalaka. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually going with a mixture of a cannon ninja. I felt like that was going to be one of the best tower combinations to use on this level. Of course, a lot of bad combinations to use on this level. I definitely do not recommend Dartling guns, as seen in the last subscriber part 2. Very, very, very poor choice to use Dartling guns. But ninjas seem to be the way to go. You're going to lose some lives no matter what on this level. It's an extremely tough level, but if you use a cannon and you use a ninja, or you use some sort of combination of those two, or even some boats, maybe one boat and then like a mixture of ninja cannon thing, you'll be totally fine against all these balloons. And I almost never get to play this level. I honestly don't. I don't even have a good strategy for this level because I've tried it. Maybe, I think this might be like my 6th, 7th, 8th time, somewhere in there. I tried playing it like 4 times in a row, and then decided that the only time I played it is in quick battles. And usually what happens is when I play it in quick battles, it's kind of a problem because people lose before me. People lose on level like 6 or 8 or something. And then I'll just be like, well, now I still don't know how to play it because I'm playing all noob cakelicious people. So now I have to play some pretty decent people. Anyways, you're noticing I'm doing tons of damage to him with just pink balloons. Go, 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 pink balloons, go. He's surprised, too. He's like, how did I lose that many lives just versus pinks? And that's because boats are not all powerful. Yes, boats are nice. Boats can be a pretty good starting tower. But after you get past that point, they're usually not the best thing to do unless you really do spam them and go no economy, which means you're going to have no late game. So that's why I personally do like the ninja cannon strategy. I've personally really enjoyed the ninja cannon strategy more than most strategies that I've done in a while on most maps. Most maps, cannon ninja, just an amazing combination right there. Ninjas are super accurate, cannons are the opposite of that, and that's why they're a good combo. Whenever you have anything that's does a lot of popping power in combination with like a cleanup tower, you obviously have a good combo right there. So again, he's building more and more boats. He's trying to rush me a little bit with these black balloons. I definitely need to get some more upgrades here. I got a, I actually went with a ninja up in the top there, and you might be a little bit confused on why I did that. You're like, that's kind of silly, right? Why would you build a ninja near the green balloons and the yellow balloons and stuff? Well, the reason why I did it was I wanted to pop the black balloons, and if I can get the black balloons popped, my cannon can do more damage versus those things. So that's why I ended up getting those things, and it seems to be working out pretty swell. You know, not amazing, but I'm not losing very many lives, am I? I'm down to 114 only, which for this level is a lot. That's a lot of lives still. In fact, not losing by now is kind of an up thing. It's like, oh yeah, I've survived so far. That's good. Also, I was thinking about going for a gigantic Regrow Yellow Rush against this guy until I saw the mortar. I had my trigger finger ready to shoot, ready to attack this guy, and then boom shakalak, he gets that thing up, and I'm just like, oh man, now what am I going to do? It totally changed my my strategy or ideology on what the game was going to end up like, because I had a bunch of money saved up, and now I actually was like, alright, fine, screw it, I'll get a 4-2 Ninja. So I got a 4-2 Ninja. My economy is also very, very low, only about 400 right now. So for this level, it's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. Not a good economy. Late game, you're going to be terrible. But for right now, this is almost late game for this level. So that's what we need. We got a good amount of money for we got a good amount of economy for this level. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. So again, a 4-2 Ninja, 3-0 Cannon. Is it a solid strategy? No, not really. Regrow Rainbows could probably cause me some problems. I think what I could probably do is survive for a little while versus a Regrow Rainbow Rush, but I think a big enough rush will definitely take me down. Like, maybe like 3 sets I could probably take down, but any more than that, I'm probably going to lose. So what I did was I actually got a Taxer over here, and if he does try and Blade Maelstrom, or excuse me, if he does try and Regrow Rainbow Rush me, I will Blade Maelstrom that up the wazoo, and I should be able to defend things with that right there. So you can tell, level 13, is he going to go for it? He got a 2-3 Boomerang, which means he's probably not planning on a rush. He's probably planning on a defense. But who knows? Anyways, you can tell I'm just getting ready to sell things, to buy the Blade Maelstrom. I'm almost positive he's going to rush me. Almost positive. I don't know, but it just like it would be the smart thing to do to try and rush somebody, you know, especially if you know you have a bad defense. Anyways, level 15 already, man. Are we going to go for the rush here? We've got to, guys. We got to go for those Regrow Ceramics. That Ninja is there still, but I think we still have to go for that rush. Look at that Ninja. Oh, he's got a... Oh, my goodness gracious. A 2-4 Boomerang. Could it take these things down? Oh, no. He is not able to take it down. Very, very tight game. Very well played. I honestly feel like that 2-4 Boomerang should have been able to take them down, but sadly enough, he did not. Sadly enough, sadly enough. So at least we agreed here, King of the Hill rules. Alright, I love when people tell me, like, King of the Hill rules on level 1 or level 2, or just sometime in that vicinity, instead of telling me, oh, especially like a person who plays King of the Hill all the time, when you're just like, oh, I lost lives already. You weren't planning on playing King of the Hill? Oh, too bad. I guess let's not play King of the Hill. And then like, oh, wait, I'll have more lives than you. Oh, let's play King of the Hill. It just seems kind of mean to me. It does. It seems kind of unfair and mean. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, whatever. That has happened before. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Alright, so Bloons TD Lord. Again, I don't know these people's record because I couldn't see it beforehand. All I know is these guys were all pretty darn good players. They've got a lot of experience. That's pretty much all I've got to say. So what I am doing is kind of weird. I'm actually doing kind of a weird strategy. Normally, what I try and do is I try and do some sort of boomerang strategy on this level. And I didn't do that at all. I actually stuck with Textured Cannon Ninja Mortar. The same strategy that I've been doing for a long time. I've really, really enjoyed this strategy, and it seems to work out fantastic for me, so I've decided to continue on with it. Absolutely. And as you can tell, I'm losing lives versus these pink balloons. I'm not planning on going very late game on this one. Not really at all. I'm not planning on going late game, and look at that. Oh my goodness. The exact same strategy. 3-0 Cannon and Ninja, almost in the same positions. His is just a little bit different than mine. My Ninja is more in the, like, in the middle area. His is more towards like a little bit towards the left side. Does that really matter? No, not really. I think my Ninja's a little bit better positioning just because I can aim down last a little bit better, and I can aim strong a little bit better as well. I want to aim strong with that Ninja, especially once it comes down to those black balloons. You gotta get rid of them so your cannon can actually do the work. I'm actually gonna start doing a little bit of a mini rush against this guy just to see if some pinks can do some damage. Just switch off blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, pink. You're gonna keep your economy going because look at my amount of money right now. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too terrible, nothing too awesome, but we're doing pretty solid work. I'm losing some lives on this deal. I absolutely am. I'm down to 146 lives. That is not very much. But you know what I'm gonna do? I don't think he's gonna be able to defend this back rush. He did not have that great of a ninja, and he does not. The problem is he doesn't have Seeking Shuriken yet. That's his main problem. And we're definitely gonna do some damage with these black balloons. Oh, there it is. There it is. We did a little bit of damage, but is it gonna be enough to tie him? Yes, it is. He's down to 146, and now he's like, oh. Would you look at that? We tied. So King of the Hill rules don't even really matter that much. Anyways, I have a really solid ninja now. I'm also leaving him on strong, but I have a 3-1 ninja, excuse me. The 3-1 ninja is the red headbanded ninja. And once you see that guy, usually black balloons are not a big problem. They usually can actually defeat black balloons by themselves, but obviously when you have a support cannon right there, he's not going to be a problem at all. Alright, and we're still going lots and lots of economy. This is one of those levels where a lot of people will actually go farms on them, but I am actually more of a balloon guy. I love my balloons. I love to go balloon economy. I do farms every once in a while, but I think balloons are just the way to go, just because I like to have 4 towers. And I think that 1 tower really does matter a lot. So I'm going to try and stick with it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Schnarf. So again, we have a very, very, very similar setup right now. I would say almost identical right now, and we're both just doing the exact same thing. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. Just doing a similar, common, regular strategy. Kind of like my life. Just common, regular, little, silly little life. No, probably not, because YouTube's probably not a normal thing that people actually do. Anyways, here's some lead balloons, which I thought was kind of weird. A little bit of a lead balloon rush. I think what he wants to do is he wants to do that little bits of damage to me so he can, you know, be winning, and then he's just going to try and survive until level 38, which I think is kind of a silly thing to do. This is not one of those levels where lives really matter that much. I should have known that from the beginning. I should have just said, like, screw lives, but I guess I just kind of like to do it. And if somebody has, like, a 100 balloon lead, they might just be too confident in themselves. That's another thing, you know, if you have, like, 100... Now I'm down to 20 lives, so I'll just keep rushing, and not realize that he's wasting all his money and stuff like that. So what I have right now is I have a tax shooter down there. You guys know what that tax shooter's for? Do ya? It's for a Blade Maelstrom, just in case he does try and rush me. Because I'm not really expecting a rush, but he could rush me. I could also get a 4-2 ninja if I want to as well. It's kind of just up to me, and I do go for the 4th tier ninja. He's not rushing me yet. I could also rush this guy with some Regal Rainbows as well. We'll have to see what happens. I still don't feel like I could probably defeat any sort of big rushes that he does send out against me. And ooh, very interesting strategy indeed. He actually went for a 4th tier cannon instead of a 4th tier ninja. Now that's going to lead to maybe a problem with the Regro Ceramics. I'm not really sure. I feel like I should probably at least try them out. Regro Ceramics, I just don't have very much money. Let's go for it. We did at least one. I'd like to go for a couple more, but it seems like he's defeating them fairly easily. Yeah, that ninja's actually pretty solid against them. The cannon just slows them down so much that the ninja can just slowly take them down, and the ceramic layer is pretty much gone. And even the cannon by itself could probably take down the ceramic. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! We did some lives of damage to him. That's pretty darn amazing, right? Oh, he's going for a rush against me. Holy crapple. We're going to go for a Blade Maelstrom right here. We're going to sell our ninja to get this. But look at this Blade Maelstrom going. We're going to clean these guys up. Mortar and cannon ability. We did lose some lives on that deal, but it does not matter because we survived that rush. And look what he's got on his side. Not too much. Maybe we should go for a big rush against him. I think so. I think we should go for... Yeah, why the heck not? I feel like he just spent all his money in level 17. I probably have more money than him, especially because he sold his 4-2 ninja to go for that rush. And he's down now. He's absolutely down. And he also bought a Moab Mauler, which is, sadly enough, not going to be enough. So here it is. One Moab. I'm also going to build my Moab Mauler up because I had enough money to build that up. I wanted to make sure that if he did try and rush me, I could maybe survive just a little bit longer than him. And it looks like we could maybe take this guy down. Bloons TD Lord could get taken down with this. There's still a 4-2 cannon there, but I don't think it's going to be... Oh, he's going for ninja as well. Could we possibly get this through? What? No, he survived. He is still alive with that Moab going... Oh my goodness gracious. On my side, it looks like every single one of those ceramics went through. He must have got really, really lucky with that distraction. But you don't realize is my distraction is actually different than what his distraction looks like. So this is getting even more intense. Holy crap. Lives don't even matter at this point. We're both went for so many rushes that this game is not going to go late game. I have 2 Moab Maulers. He only has 1 Moab Mauler. But I think what I have to do is I have to go for that stupid little rush. I could go for a BFB or fast cooldown Moabs because there's no way he's going to be able to take down these fast cooldown Moabs. Even though I have almost no defense right now. I have ceramics coming out against me. And all these things, all we got to do is get one of those Moabs through. And oh my goodness gracious, balloons are leaking like crazy. I'm down to 30 lives. But he is going to actually have these Moabs go right through his defense. And we're going to take him down. Oh my goodness gracious. Super ridiculously intense game. But we are able to take him down. Holy crap. So here is Kronos the Time God. So you can see my win record, but you can't see this guy's. I'm actually, oh by the way, I'm almost up to 10,000 battle score. Soon you guys will be asking me for a 10,000 battle score special, won't you? Yeah, you will. And guess what I'm going to say? Screw you. You can suck my gigantic sweaty balls. Because I'm not making you a 10,000 battle score thing, Bob. Because I don't want to. Because I already make you guys so many specials. I make you guys hour specials and 50,000 battle score specials. And then you guys are like asking me to make like a birthday special, like my own birthday. I have to make you guys a special. It's just silly. It's just silly. So what he said is I don't have any 4th tier towers. Any tier 4s towers. Tier 4 towers. Excuse me. So what I was thinking is, oh, this guy's got to be a pretty big nubcake. Yeah, he's got to be a nubcake. If he doesn't have any 4th tiers, he probably hasn't played this game before. And I get that quite often. You know, I saw, as you guys saw, I only had a 0-0 tower thing going on. So, what did I just say? I don't even know what I was just saying. I just got completely distracted. I'm thirsty. Do I have any water over here? I don't have any water. Oh no. What am I gonna do? This is so sad. Alright, I guess I'll just have to make it another 20 minutes without water. So we agreed to have King of the Hill rules. I am down a lot more lives than him, so he didn't seem to know what King of the Hill was, so I was trying to tell him King of the Hill rules, and he's like, oh, okay. And then, oh man, what a jerk. He said round. What a jerk. Who the heck cares? Level was way easier to type, way shorter than round. Because round is just like R-O-U-N-D. You gotta use both hands so much. L-V-L. Yeah, you gotta use both hands on that too. Alright. Alright. Completely just omit what I've just said. So, okay. What I was telling you guys a little bit earlier is about how he had the 0 wins, 0 losses thing. So I had no idea what his win record was. So I figured he probably was very... he was kind of like a newbie. He didn't really play very much. Maybe just not unskilled, but not played very much. Just a newbie. Just straight up noob. In the actual definition of noob. That's what I was thinking. Alright, so, he was saying that he had no 4th tiers, which meant, like, how do you survive a Remember Rush? Well, there's a couple things you could do. You can go with a 3-0 cannon, 2 3-0 cannons, and a mortar, or just some sort of other support tower as well, like a 4-2 ninja. You can usually defend those pretty well. That's usually what I do for Rambos. As you guys can tell, I go 3-0 cannon and mortar, some sort of other support tower. Sometimes it's a ring of fire, sometimes it's nice monkey ace. Sometimes it's a 4-2 ninja. Usually I like to have something extra just in case it's a mega Regal Rainbow Rush and lag ends up killing you instead of the actual balloons. That does happen too, but whatever. Also, a really good combination as well is a 3-0 Boomerang, 3-0 Cannon. That can actually defeat a lot of Regal Rainbow Rushes as well. 3-0 Boomerangs in battles are actually a lot better than they are in Bloons Buggy City. They go through a lot more balloons. Because in Bloons Buggy City, the 3-0 Boomerangs were just way too good. You could just spam, and the balloons, no matter how many came through, you could kill them all. And that was a problem with the 3-0 Boomerangs, so they nerfed them in Bloons Buggy City, but in BTD battles, they're still pretty darn sweet. And also in BTD 5, they're not bad at all. So don't feel like they're as bad as in Bloons Buggy City. One thing I don't like about BTD is that they do mix those things up. I understand that they're completely different games, and you need to have different rules for each of these, but it's just rough to remember each different game, which each different little mini thing that does happen. It's just weird. It just absolutely is. It's just weird to have to memorize all those things. I wish there was a simpler way, but there really isn't a simpler way than just changing it up per game. So he had some balloons get through on his side, but I also had some balloons get through on my side. And again, I'm not playing lives. I think that this guy's a pretty big noob, so I don't think that we're going to go even late game, right, guys? Probably going to defeat him pretty darn soon. And he said he doesn't even have an ability to kill level 13, so maybe we'll even go for that Regal Rainbow Rush. Maybe. Maybe we'll go for it. Alright, still just Ninja Cannon strategy right now. I don't even have a high-level ninja, not even a 3rd-tier ninja yet. We should probably get that guy up, though. Probably get the double shot up. Boom. That's going to be some extra black pop power. As I was telling you guys earlier, you can usually take down all black balloons with just a 3-1 ninja, but it's obviously good to have another support tower, whether it's a boomerang or cannon or whatever the heck you want to get to kill those extra balloons. But there it is. There's a very weird combination right there, but I did get my mortar up in time, and these Regal leads are not going to cause any problems for me. If I did not have that mortar, boy, oh boy, that can be a problem. Especially if just one of them magically gets through and turns back into a lead after they pass up my ninja. And then it's just, holy crap, game over, man. Game over. That's like 50 lives right there from 2 leads if a black balloon sneaks by. That's not fun. Not fun at all. And that's even more if like they multiply. Because the cannon's going to keep attacking those black balloons, which are going to turn, or keep attacking the lead balloons, which turn back into blacks, which re-go back into leads, and boom, you're pretty much done. So it's just like, game over as soon as that happens. That's why people sometimes do rush with like one little set of Regal leads, because all you really need is one Regal lead to sneak past your ninja, and you're dead. You're finito. You're finished. So we actually went for a pretty darn crazy tower right here. You got a 4th tier bomb. Oh, but I was also like, wait, he said he didn't have 4th tier towers. All right. I see his angle, trying to lie to me. Anyways, here it is. He's going for, you know, some ceramic rushes in here. Really not that big of a deal for me. I also have 2 3-0 cannons and 2 3-0 tack shooters and a 3rd tier ninja and a 3rd tier mortar. So I was kind of playing on his level right now. I was like, you know what? I won't get any 4th tiers for a little while. And I just did it, and I survived. And again, this is me thinking that this guy's a really big noob. I was thinking that he was just a terrible player. Sadly enough, I learned a little bit later, he was wrong. I was wrong. He wasn't a terrible player. He told me that his win record was like 31-2 or 32-2 or something like that, and only had like 1 loss versus some guy. So it's a lot rougher than I thought. If I knew that right from the beginning, I would have not like tried a lot harder, but maybe I wouldn't have done some like weird things like only going 3rd tier towers. Like right now, getting a nice Ring of Fire up would be kind of sweet actually. So if he did a really solid mixture of rainbows and ceramics, he could probably kill me. He probably could. But he's also got to be a little bit careful with that, because if I get 1 Blade Maelstrom up and just take that down, boom, he's out. Ton of cash. Those Rigo ceramic rainbow mixes are a lot of money. Absolutely a lot of money. He's also got his Moab Maulers up fairly fast as well. So you can tell right now, what do I have? I have the economy lead. I'm at about 1,500 right now. What? Are you guys serious? Yeah, it's because I didn't get any 4th tier towers. I still don't even have 1 4th tier tower yet, believe it or not. No, I don't. I have only Moab Maulers. I have everything 3rd tier. I think I'm going to have to change that pretty soon, though, right, guys? Yeah, I got to get some 4th tiers up fairly soon. I also decided to get a ninja up here just in case any random ceramics do start coming, and I just need a little tiny bit of extra pop and power just before they regrow into craziness. And the BFBs are going to start coming soon. Again, I'm just going more and more and more economy. Because I feel like I could possibly defend most of these things. Even if it's a BFB rush, I think I could probably defend it. You know, I can get a Moab Assassin really quick. Boom, take care of that. And then a few Moab Maulers can take down the Moabs. And then all I really need is just a little bit more Bloon Popping Power, which usually a 4-2 cannon or a Blade Maelstrom should suffice. And that's just micro. And I have confidence in my ability as a microer. A lot of people are like, oh, you were such a noob on that level. You didn't have any Moab popping power, and you still won the game. It's just like the other guy was just more of a noob than you. Well, yeah, they were probably not playing to the best of their ability, but they also have certain things in their brain that they're thinking about, like me being able to defend a rush. And they usually think that, you know, people can micro. I think the same thing about other people. I'm like, well, I could kill him right now, but if he gets stuff up, I can't, and then I'm stuck with my pants down, and I can't do anything. So I don't like that to happen, so I try not to make that happen. I think the other people think the exact same way about things. So maybe you saying that you were a noob because you didn't build these things means that you're a noob yourself. So I'm calling you a noob cake. Yeah, that's what I just said it. I just said it. Sometimes people are noob cakes when they say those kind of things. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to prepare. I'm going to prepare for this late gamedness, and I'm going to get some more Moab Maulers over here, and I also got a Blade Maelstrom. I got my Blade Maelstrom up, and that's going to be a really nice defense, just in case he does rush me with anything. So, I know that I don't have the life advantage. I realize this, which means that I know that I'm going to have to rush this guy on level, like, 35 or something. So I'm like, oh, wait, this is your second account? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were just a noob. As I was telling you guys a little bit earlier, and I'm like, oh, wait, oh, poopsicles. Holy crap, that's a Moab right there. Oh, my goodness, we got to be a little bit careful. And then he says it again. He's like, ah, hack. I'm a hacker. So I didn't really believe him when he said that. I thought he was just joking around. And I guess I'm pretty sure he is just joking around. Maybe he does hack in his meantime. Some people hack. Some people hack every once in a while. It doesn't even have to Bloons Tower Defense. They could just hack things for fun. I have this friend who's a hacker. He hacks people's emails and stuff. And he's not a close friend, but he's more of an acquaintance than a friend, I would say. And he hacks things, and he's a pretty darn interesting person. A lot of things he posts is like, it's just like ridiculous. It's like, how do you even know how that works? Like a lot of programmers and stuff, they speak like a whole different language. It's like trying to understand French if you have never heard French before. It's just like, what? I don't even understand. So yeah, I just found out his actual record, and I'm just like, holy crap, Ola, ridiculous, my friend, frickin' oh, goodness gracious, what am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? Well, I still do have a pretty darn decent defense, and again, the only 4th tier tower that I have is a Blade Maelstrom. The only 4th tier tower, he has 2 4th tier towers, actually. He's got ninjas and cannons, believe it or not. Ripley's, believe it or not. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, guys? Just go monies. Money, 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 money. Keep on going. Just like Donald Trump, just steal all his money. And I'm actually gonna Blade Maelstrom these ceramics right here. I was slightly afraid, I must say. I was kind of afraid of those ceramic balloons, and I felt like if they were kind of just, you know, sucking up all the damage, then my Moab Maulers wouldn't have been able to take down that Moab either. No good. No good at all. Absolutely terrible. So even though my economy is extremely, extremely good, I'm a little bit afraid that my defense is kind of slacking. So I need to do something about that. So I at least got one 4-2 ninja up. That should help out a lot versus those ceramics and other random balloons as well. Not perfect, you know. It's not good. It's actually not good balloon popping power, believe it or not. It's more of a. It's good because it knocks them back. That's why it's good. It's not really even that great of a balloon popping power, like I said. And I actually look, as you can tell. Balloon popping power, not that amazing. I even had to Blade Maelstrom that just to survive. Just to survive. But my economy is amazing. Almost 4,000 already on level 27. So getting pretty darn high up there. And I really haven't bought that much either. And there it is. I got a 4th tier cannon, which should help me out enough versus these silly little balloons. 1 4th tier cannon plus 1 3-0 cannon. Oh man, you can take down just about anything. And then I was like, no Ring of Fire. And he said the Blade Maelstrom is even worse than Ring of Fire. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I think that Blade Maelstrom is just rock sauce, man. You can't get away from Blade Maelstrom. It has infinite popping power. And that's maybe its main problem, is that it does have infinite popping power. So people are just like, it's too overpowered. It shouldn't have infinite popping power. The problem is that everything keeps getting nerfed and nothing gets buffed. Things need to get buffs too. Absolutely. I can't even think of what needs a buff right now. I still think boats are kind of terrible. Boats that just don't have a good spot equals you don't use the boat. How often do you guys use boats? Hydro Dam, maybe? Maybe use boats every once in a while on Hydro Dam, and then you still lose because the boats suck? Yeah, pretty much. That's the way I roll with it. You know, even the cannon boats, they kind of suck. I have to say, even though they have a decent amount of balloon popping power, they shoot too slow. Cannons don't explode in the right spot, you know. The grape shot and the dart, so it attacks with like 4 different things. But that's the problem. Because you have like something that attacks with like 3 or 4 different things, it kind of just takes away from the popping power. So yes, indeed, I am actually not saving up just yet. I'm actually building all my towers, and actually still rushing him with pink balloons. See, maybe he doesn't realize it, maybe he doesn't understand what's going on, but you know what he's trying to do, right? Since we are doing King of the Hill rules, all he has to do is survive. If he survives, he wins the game. So that means he gotta rush, right? So, as you guys might remember from the first game that we played, it's pretty much the exact opposite of what's going on right now. The exact freaking opposite. I have to rush. The other game, the other guy had to rush. So now it's just like, well, let's hope the same thing that happened last time happens this time, because big solid rushes can take people down for sure, and this is actually a shorter level, I think, than the swamp. So I hope that I can keep this going for me. And I feel like even though he said he doesn't have 4th tier towers, he seems to have a lot of 4th tier towers. Oh boy does he. He's got Moab Assassins, he's got 4th tier cannons, and 4th tier ninjas. So I sure do hope that I beat him for lying to me and telling me hacks and stuff. I want to take this guy down. I don't hate him as a person, I just don't like the fact that he lied to me. I don't like liars. That's one thing I can tell you guys right now. I'm not a fan of liars. People lie to me, I get kind of angry. How often do I lie? Very ill often. I don't lie very often at all. And usually when I do lie, it's because I gotta lie to Amanda to tell her that she looks pretty or something. Or just like, you know, her nails look nice. Because when I tell her I don't like her nails, she's just like, you're being mean to me. I'm just like, well, I'm just telling you the truth. And she's like, well, I don't like the truth. So I'm not allowed to say the truth anymore. I just gotta lie to her about her nails. And she's like, but I don't want you to lie to me. Well, what do you want? Just me to say nothing? I'm a very opinionated person. So I almost gotta say something. That actually looked pretty darn sweet. I don't know if you guys saw it, but like the Moab Maulers all like converged together and like missed the balloon, so they just like went by and had like an explosion of Moab Maulers, kind of like in all different directions. I don't know if you guys saw it. It just looked kind of cool, I thought. So I got a really, really, really solid defense, I think. I think with 2 Blade Maelstroms, all these Moab Maulers, mainly in the bottom, because I mainly think the problem is going to be his rush against me compared to my rush against him. Or no, excuse me, his rush against me compared to the natural balloons. The natural balloons coming out definitely cause some problems for us, but not as much as the artificial balloons that he's going to send out against me. So look at his defense, though. What has he got? He's got 4 4th tier cannons, a ninja, some Moab Maulers, and also a 2-4 mortar. And that 2-4 mortar is again going to have to be his master of disaster stalling power. He's got to use that guy effectively, or there's no way he's going to be able to defend these rushes. And I think what I'm going to do is, because I have, look how much money I have, guys, already. I have $77,000. So if I can just get just a little bit more, I can do some pretty darn mega rushes. But you know what I'm realizing is that I'm thinking that what happened to me in the past. Think about the past. Don't forget, because my brain just tends to forget some of these things. But in the past, what I always did was I always went for a gigantic rush on level 37 or 8, or level 36, or like 35 around. And then by the time we get to level 37, I lose because of the natural balloons. And I don't want that to happen. Boy, do I not want that to happen. So I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm going to have to get I got a nice little ninja over there, a 2-4 ninja. I got some more Moab Maulers going. And here it is, level 35, so it's kind of it's a decision here. Do I go for a full-out rush? Yes, I do. Look at all these oh my gods here, friends. Look at them all go. And now I need to worry. I saved just a tiny bit of money. I got $5,000 left over. That should be enough to make a little bit of a dent against him. Against any sort of natural balloons, or if he does try and rush me back. Chances of him rushing me back are fairly slim, but it does happen every once in a while. You know, maybe you'll just get like a oh my god or something if you think that they went too much rushing power and they didn't go enough defense, which is something you definitely have to keep in mind. Is you have to, you know, make it a balancing act. You have to make sure you get enough defense and enough attack power. Oh, I could see the battle score. So that's how I thought he was a noob, because I saw 300 battle score. So maybe this guy does hack. If he had 300 battle score and all these 4th tier towers, it's just kind of weird, right? It seems like he shouldn't have enough medallions. Yeah, and then like I said, I didn't really try that hard because I saw that. But as you can tell, he got so many Moab Assassins up in time that he is defeating a big wave of balloons for that first Oh My God. But I think the upcoming Oh My Gods are definitely going to be a way bigger problem for him. And this is just going in slow motion now, or at least it seems like it's going in slow motion, because these Oh My Gods are so frickin' slow. It's going to be a very, very close game, to say the least, my friends. A very, very close game. Hopefully you guys are finding this excited, because this is going to be the last one. We've already been here for about 50 minutes, and oh my goodness gracious. No way. No way. There it is. You guys see what just happened? A Oh My God's coming out against me. So the first thing I did was, I don't know if you guys noticed, I used my 2 abilities. I used my 2-4 Ninja, and I used my Mortar. And what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna have to use my mortar to stall some more things, but I want to do it when they're more balloon-esque compared to mortar-esque. And I was hoping that what was gonna happen, I was gonna be able to use my 2-4 mortar and then wait long enough where I could reuse my 2-4 mortar, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case. So I'm gonna have to sell it and rebuy it. And there it is. And you lose about $2,000 every single time you do that. So realistically, I can only do it like one more time, or I'm gonna have to start selling some other things. And there it is. I'm going to. Actually, I think I just... What should I do here? Probably just Blade Maelstrom it. No, I guess it doesn't really matter. We actually defeated it pretty easily. So I'm just going to use the... I guess I'll use the Mortar ability. I don't even know what I was thinking right there. I was just thinking like, oh, just use the Mortar ability, I guess, because I have it. Well, the heck not, right? As you can tell on his screen, it's getting pretty darn crazy over there. It's pretty big balloon fest, pretty big lag fest, pretty big everything fest. And it looks like balloons are actually almost like getting through his side. That's how ridiculous these 4-2 cannons are. Is that it looks like balloons are getting through his side, but they're just getting stalled for so long by the 4-2 cannons, but that they're not getting through. Even with, oh my goodness gracious, I think what's happening is the 4-2 cannons are actually getting pop limited, where they're not stalling the balloons because they're over their pop limit, which is kind of ridiculous as well. So many balloons on top of each other, the 4-2 cannons are even getting overdone. Whoa, man. So again, what he's trying to do is he's trying to realize that, like, my defense isn't the best. And he's trying to go for this Oh My God rush. What am I going to do? Moab Assassin the crap out of it. I Moab Assassin that Oh My God, got rid of that Oh My God layer. Now I'm going to have to do something about these BFBs. What's the best thing to do against BFBs if I got all these Moab Maulers? So I'm just going to go for another artillery battery. Just keep on going with these artillery batteries. Now what it's looking like is on his side, it looks like he might actually beat these things. He could, but he looks like he's kind of running out of money. I think he's running out of money on things. Oh boy, I hope so. Moabs are getting pretty darn far. BFPs are getting pretty darn far. I just hope that 37 has to last. 37 has to last a little bit until he dies, or else I'm going to lose. Oh my God, he lost lives! Holy crap, he lost lives! He's down to 41 lives, and he just GG'd it. He GG'd it. I think he might actually somehow magically defend this thing. The only way I could possibly lose if balloons get through on my side. But no, I used so many abilities that we were able to take these things down. 4-2 cannons for the win. Cronus the Time God has been defeated. And actually all the way defeated? I sure hope so, because it looks like he still cannot afford very much stuff. I think he's selling everything so he can just get all these 2-4 mortars and just survive for a little bit longer, but it's not going to be enough. That's not enough Oh My God popping power. It's not enough BFP popping power. It's a pretty decent amount of balloon popping power, but other than that, it just ain't going to happen. So he is down on lives, and then as soon as level 38 hits, we are done. Oh my goodness gracious, that was amazing. So again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this special. I thought it was extremely fun, and I will hopefully get some more subscribers. If you guys, again, want to just help me out, share it with your friends if you guys like these videos. That would be the best thing ever. And, of course, I have billions more other videos if you guys want to go watch them. Go ahead and just check them out. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a super-duper delicious day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see a little bit more sweet action, feel free to check out the over 200 episodes of BTD Battles. And we got some mobile down there if that's what floats your boat. Also Bloons Monkey City, one of my favorite games. And if you just want a little bit of a quickie, we got some random mod series down there. That's all I'm going to have for you guys today. As always, thanks for watching. Have a super awesome day.